All right, welcome back to Guerrilla Tactics. Thanks for all hanging out. Running a little bit late, trying to get everybody involved. We got Coach B with us here as always, and we got a couple more guests joining us here if they can kind of figure out the tech part of this thing. So, so what's been going on, Coach? What's this week been like for you?
Been crazy. It's Halloween week, so we've been out trying to get sponsors, trying to get out in the community out there in Council Bluff area. Then here in Kansas City, out here with the kids and the family doing the Halloween thing yesterday. Still recruiting. That's all we've been doing is recruiting and getting ready, not only for this year but for next year.
Got your eyes on any new recruits in the last week or so? That anybody jumping out at you?
Yeah, it's some guys that's really gonna jump out. That's jumping out to us, and I think we really might snatch up. We in talk with a few guys that is gonna turn some heads, So
that's what it's about. Speaking of turning heads, there's lots of news today popping. You got Nashville coming out saying,
welcome Nashville Cats, baby.
Absolutely, welcome Nashville Cats. So great having them back in this league. This is where they belong for sure. So you got Nashville Cats come back with that. It got kind of leaked and confirmed by the league that their opening game is going to be against Orlando.
Yes, it is.
So nice little just classic rivalry, classic matchup there.
You got to bring that old school flavor back.
Oh yeah, and the only two returning logos, I think. I don't know that anybody else is returning with their old logo besides those two teams at this point. There's still more people coming back. Still more teams to be announced. But so the other one they confirmed was Chicago and Philly in Chicago on the 27th. Exactly 38 years from the test game, the arena football test game, played in the same venue as the test game.
And that everybody wondered, why it's not in Chicago? Because of that, we made history.
Exactly, it's history. It's going back to where it all began.
They don't understand. It's all about marketing nowadays. With this, especially with technology and all these younger generations. You got to do stuff the right way when you bring it out. Everybody talking about how we rolled out this and rolled out that. We give you what you want, just enough to keep y'all on your seats, upset, angry, or hungry. But we're going to give it to you the right way.
Right. And that's just it. It's a different, markets are different. The way people function now is different. Everything can be caught online, live. People say, I don't want to go into Chicago. It's too dangerous. I don't want to go downtown. It's too dangerous. I don't want to go. Well, hey, it's not. It's in the suburbs, extended suburbs. Maybe some people might say, but man, it's a good venue. I was there when the Rush played there, when the last season for the Rush, when they had to switch venues at the end of the season. I actually got to go to a game there. It's a great little venue. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna be crazy, and for them to actually, like I said, on the 38th anniversary of the test game, to be playing a game in that building is it's historic.
It's monumental.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity.
So everybody was talking about Lee this and Lee that. Lee said every time he bring you something, there's going to be a bang with it, didn't he?
He did, yes.
And every time he been bringing you something, there's been a bang, haven't it?
And the bangs are getting bigger.
You feel me? So follow that man's lead. Close your mouth and follow suit. Let's have fun. Go play football.
So yeah, I mean it's some of these things I'm hearing about coming up in the future. Some things that haven't leaked, things that haven't quite gotten out yet. Man, I'm telling you, the next 2 weeks is going to be off the hook. There's some massive announcements coming.
If y'all want to know who the Premier League is, and where all you agents out there who discredited us, after the next 2 weeks, you're going to know where your clients need to be playing at. We are the show. We are the league, the Arena Football League. Please believe us.
That's just it. They came back with "We're back." Yeah. Man,
welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Exactly. Cotter's got nothing on this.
You see that? You see Scott? You see what Scott got right here, man? This right here is history, bro. Like he said, 38 years, and they making another splash with history.
And like I said, some of these announcements to come, it's gonna be nice. You know what? It may not be in the biggest, shiniest venue in the city.
San Jose throwback.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Always got to throw. Always have some little to throw in there.
It's crazy that you said that, because I was just last night watching San Jose versus Jacksonville Arena Bowl. And the receivers on San Jose was Purify, Reynolds, Reggie Gray. I'm like, that's crazy. Then you had Hill and all them on the other side. Like, it was crazy.
Funny enough, that offensive line, the entire offensive line for San Jose, played together here in Kansas City.
I know. Cornelius Dixon, Kamani
Jones.
You heard. You must didn't see. You know, I coach CD's son.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so CD was like, man, if you need a good offensive line coach, anytime you need me to I got time to help because he a sheriff, so he busy. He's like, I'm going to come and help you.
I've been trying to get him out for all the different teams we've had in this city for the longest time.
He going to come for me. Cornelius Dixon. Mark my words, y'all going to see him on one of the game sidelines. Watch. He's going to be on our sideline at one of the games. You're going to be surprised. Like, is that Cornelius Dixon? Yeah, it is. That's CD. That's my guy.
That was the thing. That was kind of one of the most heartbreaking things, here in Kansas City. We had, hands down, the best offensive line playing.
We
and
just
we
had to
did
put
nothing with it.
We ain't had the skills to go with the line. That's very uncommon, ain't it?
Yeah, usually it's putting together an offensive line is brutal. I mean, trying to get that going. Oh, speaking of Kansas City players, I see CY's just jumped into chat. So, how's it going, Christian? Good to have you with us, man. So, Greg, Chicago Twitter. Is there something new on Chicago Twitter we missed? You're gonna have to fill us in on that.
What's up, Greg, man? Hey, for all y'all out there that don't know, he's one of the hardest working mans behind the scene that you can have. Greg Ulrich is the key to the Iowa Rampage.
Oh, yeah, I mentioned that before. Mentioned the leak, yeah. It's got Chicago's Twitter out there, and you know what? The logo's different. I don't care. It's arena ball.
I don't care.
The voodoo.
It's still the rush. It's still the soul. It's still the voodoo. No matter how you put it, it's coming back.
It's still the game that we've been missing.
Definitely.
So, how's it going on the sponsorship front? What are we looking at for the league or for the team on that end?
Team, we're doing good. We've been hitting it hard. We have a great sales team. So they are really been pushing and going out in the Council Bluff to really get. I would have thought we had more sponsors coming in the Omaha area, but we've been having more sponsors out of the Council Bluff area, and that's going to be great. They're loving it. My owners met with the Chambers last week, and Council Bluff. They're meeting with the Chambers this week over in Omaha, and everybody's receptive. They love us coming to the city. They love arena football being back, and it's not in Des Moines, so it's closer to them, so they get that feel and that feel that all those Des Moines Iowa fans used to get. And now we will have all the state of Iowa and half of Nebraska coming out to see us play. So it shouldn't be a problem packing the arena this year. Me and Maurice Purify was talking earlier. You're going to see us at a lot of Nebraska events, man. You know, Purify's alumni there. I have my ex-head coach that I coach high school with, William Chrisman, Michael Rose Ivy played there, so I got some good connections over there. A player, one of my roommates at Coffeyville, Dontrell Moore, played at Nebraska. So I'm going to have a real close connection with that Nebraska University team, and we're going to be down there getting stuff together in the whole Nebraska, state of Nebraska. We are your professional team too. So we are still taking sales and interns for our sales and marketing team. So come on out. It's money to be getting.
So, I was thinking about, the old Barnstormers. I was a season ticket holder up there for many years, and it's dwindled. They left the AFL, and the AFL went away after that. But the people aren't coming out. So I'm hoping, some of those people that just miss that action, miss that energy, they start coming out, to the other side of the state, and see if we can draw some of those folks out there that have been missing the game. Let's see what we got going on in chat here. We got
thoughts on the Rumblings of Nashville hosting the Arena Bowl. It would be nice. I would love to play in Nashville for the Arena Bowl, but I don't think it's going to be there. I think we already got a set destination for that. Now, we are having a destination that we do need for the All-Star game.
There you go. So you're hearing about it might be in two different locations then? The All-Star game?
Who knows?
So that'd be a lot of travel for me.
You're right, Chris. Y'all didn't have no QB, but y'all did have some skills.
We did.
Y'all did. I give you that.
And the QB was definitely what.
Well, y'all was lacking at some areas in the skills, but y'all had some dogs at others.
Mm-hmm. Well, we had some. Yeah, it was a good team. It just didn't quite gel right. Yeah, and it all starts and ends at the quarterback, as you well know. So, man, like I said, thank you all for showing up again. This is again, apologize for running behind. We're still waiting on a couple guys to kind of figure out how to get into a voice channel here. So hopefully they can get it figured out so we can get them to join us. If not,
hey, it's crazy because it's different. When it comes to my practice, my game, and everything else, we got to be early or you late. But when it comes to the podcast, man, I'm always a little bit late.
Well, and you're doing the circuit. You're kind of pushing stuff out. I know you were just
Oh, man, Coach Bardo passed away.
Oh, you didn't know about Bardo?
No, man.
Yeah. He
R.I.P. Coach, man. Hell yeah, Coach Bardo, man. I love that dude.
Mm-hmm. Good guy. Yeah, that was just a year and a half, 2 years ago. COVID got him.
That's crazy, man. That's the second coach I played for that I lost to COVID. My track coach, Tim Lester. He was a World Olympic coach, Coach Maurice Green. He passed because of COVID. So that's crazy.
Yeah, that was he fought hard. I'll give him credit. His wife was kind of updating everybody along the journey, but just in the end just didn't quite make it.
That Christian?
What's that?
That's Christian Wise?
Yeah, C Wise.
That's C Wise?
Yeah, C Wise.
Man, appreciate it. See, if you want to get out to a game, man, let me know. We got tickets to you.
And I'll have the tailgate going. You know that, so definitely come out and join us.
Definitely. Come on out, man. We going to try to have some fun. I got some big-time guys on my staff, so put a lot of arena fellas around me that know the game, that play more than I did, so that helps me out, and they just let me really facilitate and do my thing as a head coach and worry about all the other stuff that I don't have to worry about on the field because I know they got that handled.
And like I said, we're still waiting on hopefully a couple of these guys to join us, but why don't you go over that coaching staff for those that weren't with us the last show?
Crazy coaching staff. So O-line, D-line is Oliver Hester. Other O-line, O-line run game coordinator, fullbacks coach, my assistant head coach, Matthew Wells, my offensive coordinator, Maurice Purify, my jack and middle line and Mac linebacker, Tanner Varner, my co-D line coach / special teams coordinator, Larache Jackson, and my DB coach / DC, James Romain. You don't get no better than that, baby.
I've been saying since I first heard about this staff, we might have a better team on the bench than we will on the field. This rate, so it's an all-star team.
That's the idea.
It's an all-star team.
We're gonna coach how we play.
And that's, man, tell you what, you get guys that can play like y'all played, we tearing it up out there. So.
Hey, I just got a book. I took a little chapter out of Dion's book. You know what I'm saying? You go get the best staff. You bring the best attitude, put the best culture around this team. You can't do nothing but win, baby. We're going to make it do what it do.
So with getting the team together, this is kind of stuff people don't usually talk about, ask about, but how's it looking like for housing for the players? What are they looking at? How's it looking?
We got probably some of the best housing for our players. You'll be surprised what we doing. I'm not going to speak on it till I finalize
you gotta get everything. Yeah, you got everything done. But
as far as housing, we're going to have some of the best setup. Not only that, for throughout the season, the setup with our housing is kind of connected through our after party, all that. So, and when you got a city like Council Bluff, especially with how our setup is, where our arena, our housing is going to be right next to the arena, and we practice directly on the other side, like we all in, we can walk within 3 minutes to our arena, our hotel, and our facility.
Nice. You
can't beat that.
And they're going to be practicing at the facility that did the tryouts in a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
This facility's slick.
Top notch. Iowa Sportsplex. Shout out to them, man, and the city of Council Bluff for setting that up for us. We really appreciate you guys. We got a couple new sponsors this week. Top Flight Fitness. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my ownership group, man. You won't believe the sacrifices and the time they put in, man. They are tag teaming Council Bluff, Omaha area. Monday through Wednesday, it's one owner. Wednesday through Saturday, it's another owner. You know what I mean? So we are all throughout that community, all throughout that area, really building a foundation and a solid foundation with the community.
Well, and that's what's going to take to to go into an area that already has an established team, a very well established team. You got to kind of get out there and just, man, if they don't know your name, you got to force your name out there. They got to know who you are one way or another. So, and it sounds like you guys are definitely doing well with that part of it.
We're trying to implement and just let our name be known. We will be out this weekend at the Veterans Parade down there in Council Bluff, Omaha area. So be looking out for the Rampage people to be out there. If you ever need us, give us a call. Go on our website, www.iowarampage.com. If you got any information, hit us at info@iowarampage.com. You know what I mean? So you can always hit up me, coach at iowarampage.com. We always looking for dogs. We never satisfied. So we're going to keep it coming.
Yeah, so, one of the things they mentioned earlier on the Albany podcast was that, our roster's almost full. Like, can you have a full roster? Like,
Never.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think I ever have a full roster. My roster is almost full, but I'm still hungry.
Like, there's always room for somebody to go and somebody better to come in.
You hear me? Always room. If you settle and you content, then you ain't doing your job.
That's just it. I mean, unless you just got, an
I
NFL squad top to bottom, there's always somebody out.
I damn near got close to it, but when you promise the greatest show on turf, you never should be satisfied.
No.
And I'm gonna give you the greatest damn show on turf in arena football this season.
So what about so we talk about facilities, and what else can players look forward to? Like what is it for the player to come out to?
If you want to go to the NFL or feel like you in the NFL, this is the place for you to be. We gonna have the top of the line from how we treat our players, how we run our practices, how we run our everything, from scouting, from film, from the weight program, from the off-season, in-season program. We are the topic, we are the show, we are the place to be. If you want to be top-notch, you're going to come here. If you want to be top tier, you're going to come here. If you want a chance at that next level, you're going to come here, because we're going to give you that opportunity from our scouting department, from our coaching staff, from our training staff, from our equipment staff. We're going to have the top of the line. Shout out to my equipment manager too, Justin Peck. Jay Peck, you are the guy, my guy.
What about this USA football? Have you heard much on what's going on with that?
And we will be starting a flag football league in Council Bluff, Omaha area with USA football. It will be the Iowa Rampage USA football flag football league 5-on-5. So I am doing it for little kids. We're doing it for middle school, high school, elementary, and we're even going to have an adult 5-on-5, just to give you guys another way for me to keep recruiting. Never satisfied. You hear me?
There you go. And it's funny, you talked about it. So they're gonna be the Rampage as well.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that. So we've got, we both live up here in the Northland.
We might, matter of fact, we might have them the Rampage or the Mini Hellcats, because we do. Shout out to my feeder program, the Hellcats. So we will be launching our own feeder program at a Council Bluff, Omaha area. Be like a semi-pro style team, eight man. They gonna run arena style rules, but it'll be strictly for us, our feeder program. And then when they go out into the off season, when we're not playing, they will play 11-man football, semi-pro style.
So that's what I was saying. So we got the up here in Northland, we've got the Northland KC Junior Phantoms from back the old Kansas City Phantoms days.
They might as well change their name to the Rampage.
Hey,
they might as well.
We're gonna take over all.
We're gonna take over this from Topeka to Kansas City, Missouri, from Lawrence, Kansas, from Olathe, anywhere in this area, all the way up to Iowa and Nebraska. Y'all might as well just call yourself Iowa Rampage, Iowa Rampage fans, and Iowa Rampage people, because we are the show.
That's what I'm talking about. We're gonna make it exciting this year. So I want to see if we can get one of our guests in here. I'm gonna let you go real quick.
Red Pack. Yes, man. I dropped some flavor when I was with the River City Rage, with the uniforms and the helmet. But wait till you see what we drop with this helmet design and this uniform for the Rampage. It's gonna be crazy, man. I'm telling you. And if you got ideas for uniforms, because I'm not done designing them, Throw them to me. Shoot your ideas to me, man. Get at me anytime. Get at my boy Slasher here. We taking it all.
Now we looking at doing the gorilla with the words for the logo. We slimming that down to something more simple.
Oh, that logo right there, just like that.
You go right there with the words in there. Right on.
Yep.
Right on. I think
we represent the state of Iowa.
I think we got one of our guests. Let's see if we can get him actually in the right channel. So,
which one is that?
I'm assuming that's Romain, but we'll find out here real quick.
Let's see.
Hopefully it's the right person anyway. We'll find out real quick. We get the wrong person on the phone, I guess. That's how it's going to happen. So, all right, folks, bear with us. Like I said, we're trying to get everybody where they need to be. So, have we heard anything from our buddies across the river? Any?
From where? The beef?
Yeah.
I talk to Kaiser all the time, man. Me and him got a real good relationship. So, I talk to him, keep him updated. I'm actually going any player that I really can't keep or do anything with, I'm gonna send them to the Omaha Beef.
You know what? And it could end up being like a great great partnership. If you're talking about how, it's still, they're still not going to be paying top dollar.
Nah, nowhere close.
Yeah. So, and what league minimum in the AFL is $1,000, right? $1,000 a game is league minimum. So we're looking at minimum $1,000 a game to play in the AFL. But hey, you know what? You're not quite ready. We got somebody else that needs to take your spot. Hey, over there across the river, they've got. You can get close to that.
And I'm not even this season. I'm not gonna give nobody the bag. Everybody gonna be darn near the same. We come to play. It ain't about winning. I mean about money. It's about winning. When I say you played in the IFL, the CIF, the NAL, and all that for pennies on a dollar. So I'm gonna give you something to feed your family and be feasible, but we gonna be respectable and act like professionals and be men too. And take this check right here and go do your job, because your job ain't to try to get a bag here. Your job is to go get to the next level and do what you got to do to advance your skills and your craft, which is playing professional football.
And it sounds like overall you're kind of looking for a younger team.
Not really.
Not really?
I'm going to have a mix. I'm going to have some vets, some players who played but really didn't play, and I'm going to have some young guys.
Okay.
We gonna develop, we gonna teach, but we also gonna have some of them guys who know the game as well.
And any young stars we haven't seen yet? Somebody coming in that man.
Ty Lemon, Tony Spurl, Ladarian McAllister, Mikey Cornelius. We got some guys. Sniper.
So
he's probably one of the best route runners you're gonna see. You know what I mean? Loren Steffen. You know what I'm saying? Cato. You know what I mean? We got some guys. So
guys who's the guy that you're picking up? I'm assuming that this league's going heavy into tech, heavy into that kind of stuff. I'm assuming they're going to want to do something in terms of like a fantasy team or even like a betting situation.
We got an app. We're gonna have our own AFL app.
Nice.
Again.
Nice.
So.
And hopefully, better than the last one. I'm sure it will be based on what I've seen these guys
you're gonna
put
be able
together.
to sports bet on there and everything.
So if you're picking up a player on our fantasy team, somebody hasn't heard of that late round guy that no one knows yet, who do we have now that you're thinking would be that guy to pick up?
Javante Matthews.
Javante Matthews?
Young bull.
All right.
He going to change the game at that fullback linebacker spot. And Tyron Lemon.
Little Derek Ross.
I ain't going to lie. My sleeper, Tony Spurl. Y'all going to sleep on Tony. He a playmaker on both sides of the ball.
And that's what we need. If we're talking Iron Man, and they still, they still haven't gotten. They were supposed to have the rules done, but still not quite done yet.
Oh yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh yeah.
So we're still not quite sure how many Iron Man they're going to be and whatnot. But having those two-way players, regardless, is going to be important. Repacked. How important has it been to emphasize to your players the importance of the nets in this game?
Man, that's really important, man. The nets. The nets is a big part because, we always want to get that rebound and that catch off the net. So there go my guy.
All right, let's see if we can get him on here.
What's up, Jake?
Let me get him pulled over.
Yeah, but no, we just had a fan ask us a question, man. How important has it been to emphasize to the players how important the nets are in this game? You know that better than me.
Hey, hold on real quick, chat. I don't know that the chat actually got to hear you on that. Plus, they also didn't get. There we go. So let me get you plugged in here.
Oh, they said they ain't hear your audio.
But
hold on.
They don't know who you are either. So let me get you hooked up here. I apologize not getting that set up right.
Man, hey, everybody, let me introduce my defensive coordinator, DB coach, man. That's James Romain, D, Mr. Philadelphia Soul.
So yeah, we're not quite. Well, hold off real quick. We don't quite have you on yet, which I can barely see my screen, so. What the hell is I looking for?
I don't think you.
Yeah, you're only going to be on voice from our end.
Yep, we can see you.
So we can see you, but that's just on the one set up here.
On your phone, if you go to Fan Zone Network.
Yeah, on the Twitch.
On the Twitch, you can see us live. You'll see yourself on Twitch.
But you might get a little bit of a duplicate. Watch out with your audio on that one. Man, this should be not doing what I need it to do. So.
I'm chilling, man. I'm good. Can you hear him?
No, I mean I can hear him. You might want to relay some of the stuff he's saying for the meantime.
Oh yeah.
Set up.
We good, man. The fans. Somebody, Christian Wise said something to you. No, he was talking to Scott how to.
All right, I think we got you set up here.
Say something, bro.
Oh yeah. So Coach Rowe here, defensive coordinator, Iowa Rampage, all-time leader, Philadelphia Soul interceptions. I think I'm the all-time leader in touchdowns, pick sixes as well.
We got Repacked in the chat. I know he can check that for us. He's got all that data. So
I think I'm leading in PBUs all time as well. So just like I said, just to have that net is so big for returners. In college football, some coaches, even the NFL, just missed the kick, just killed time. But once you get that ball off the net, your opportunities of scoring is like so high, especially going against those offensive linemen. Now we got the Iron Man rules, so you got certain guys that's not supposed to play certain positions that's trying to tackle you that don't really know how to tackle. even from the defensive end, because I never played Iron Man rules, but I know the Iron Man rules. But once you get that ball in your hand off the net, it's like endless, opportunities for you, take it back for six and just change the game. Um, I know me personally, I done changed the game a couple times, just catching it off the net and being able to just take it back for six. And everybody wants to go for six. It's nothing like scoring a touchdown, getting a pick six, or even catching a big play. So for me personally, I think the Nets is like essential, and we need it. You know.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the Nets and how they changed the game. And with Nashville being announced today, my first real road trip was actually to Nashville with the Kansas City Brigade game. They changed it the last minute, so I up and took off. Hey, let's go. We got time to do this. So took off, went to the game. We lost that game off a kick on the irons that shot back about 10 yards into the field. They recovered it as they were coming to tackle our guy. We lost that game.
Huge. That's huge too. I done seen opportunities like that. Just hit it off the net. Let's see if we can return it, and get it back. So on both ends of the ball, from offense and defense, is good. It's not so much ideal as far as what we used to doing as far as football, but it's like a great thing that we need. Especially a person that done played arena football for, I think I got 12 years. Played it for 12 years, 2 in the IFL, and 9, 10 in arena. So I just think the Nets need to be, intricate into the offense and the defense in the whole game, and it's gonna make the game just feel more natural as far as arena football.
So how do you incorporate the Nets into the offense? I know there's always the Hail Mary, throw it in the nets, but that's more of a prayer than it is
even
a play.
on the goal line situations, you throw it off the net, you got that 6'4", 6'5" with them bunnies, you just go up there and get that joint.
So we got that big guy coming in, that big tall receiver.
We got 4 6'4", 6'5" guys. We got a 6'6" guy. What you talking about?
There's no way can cover that. There's nobody's gonna cover a jump ball with that.
Oh no way. And I know a couple of guys. I'm gonna go back to the old school from the guys that I played with. One of them is on my staff, Maurice Purify. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite guys to ever see play arena football. You got Rod Windsor. You got guys like Lonnie Outlaw. Who else I could say? I can even go to the younger guys or the smaller guys with the Reggie Grays, the Brandon Tompkins, the T.T. Tollivers that done scored game-winning touchdowns just off of the throw it on the net, let me catch it. Another guy too as well from Cleveland, T-Lou.
CT.
It's just
CT.
No.
Yeah, CT.
Yeah, CT from Cleveland.
Yeah, CT Tolliver. CT Colin Tolliver.
Yeah.
Colin Taylor. Yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah, Colin Taylor. Yes, one of my favorite guys to cover. But the Nets just bring a different feeling to the game overall. It's like now I have an extra play to run if we really need it. I remember when we played Cleveland one year, I believe it was, what's his name? He was a little older than me. I can't remember his name. We was beating Cleveland, I think by like 20 points, and they just came back, game-winning touchdown, threw it off the net. They caught it, and it was just like, oh my gosh.
Goodman. Is it Goodman?
Goodman. There we go.
There you go. CY's in with a pull there.
CY's know everybody, boy.
There we go. Really late in the game, just throw it off the net. He just caught it and walked into the end zone
Oh, that's all Cleveland did that one year. It was just last second throws to win a game on the last play of the game. The year they went to the Arena Bowl.
Yes, when they play Arizona. No, they play in San Jose.
Yeah, they beat Philly, I think, 3 times on the last play of the game. At
Yeah,
least twice.
That was the year. That's the year that I'm talking about. They beat us 3 times.
Cardiac kids.
Yes, I remember that like yesterday. Because 2 of those games, I had a PBU to knock the ball down, and Goodman caught it like, oh.
That was the luckiest team I've ever seen.
Oh, man.
Hey,
I was like,
what do you say up there?
Man.
Right here. How he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. So, Repac's asking, have you tried to convince Radaba to join a coaching staff?
I did. Radaba has a great business going. He said he's not willing to coach at the moment, but in the future, he will come out. But right now, I already asked him, like, you want to coach? Because he had the opportunity to go to Texas Commerce and didn't go.
Right.
With Coach Dozell to be the OC. And he said he turned it down because he just didn't want to coach at the moment. You know, we coached out here in Frisco, but he just said he didn't want to coach at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I came out to your all's game in Louisville. I came out to your Louisville game, and it was like, I think it was like the last game they played, or one of the last games they played before they shut that place down.
Oh yeah. You talking about Frisco? Is
it
Frisco?
The Frisco Fighters at Louisville.
Oh yeah. So when we was here with Frisco, it was a pretty good deal, you know. First time coaching in the IFL. Most of the guys played IFL, but they called it Arena 2 at the moment. Just a different game. I played in the IFL with the 2 motion rules. They never played with the 2 motion rules. Because, you know, back in the day, it was, if you went to AF2, it was the 1 motion. So that's how guys got brought up. But, yeah.
You know, for a bunch of AFL guys coaching an IFL team, you guys were tearing it up most of the season that year too.
I mean, it's just knowing the game and understanding what you can do with the motion. You know, IFL is a little bit different. To me personally, I always wanted 2 middlemen because I was the DB coach here in Frisco. So I always wanted 2 middlemen that can cover the motion so they could just flip-flop. So that middleman is pivotal, and you just need a D lineman or a Mac backer that could get there. You know, guys like a Bo Bell. You know, Bo Bell was pretty good. I played with Bo Bell. You got Brandon Perkins, pretty good. Defensive lineman, you got Joe Sykes that played for Jacksonville, San Jose. And as far as like the DB defense, when you got a guy that can just get to the football, I don't have to cover for long. I don't have to worry about double moves. If that ball is not out now, I could just drive to the football. You know?
So is that what you're looking for in a player?
Oh, yes. I need a guy that can cover, but at the same time, you know your defensive lineman can't get there every single play. So you have to have some type of like covering ability. Same thing on the front end. If my offensive lineman can't block, or if I don't have guys that could protect me, which we seen last week with Colorado, when Shador just scrambling around, it's going to be a tough night. We can't put points on the board. So if you could find guys that could protect the people that you really know are good, you can't win, you know?
Well, and, you talk about that giant receiver, the bigger the guys are, it seems like Arena League, it's always, you got the big guys that can just, nobody can out jump, but then there's also the room for that little guy, the guy that doesn't get onto most squads because he's too small and it's just pure speed.
They just straight route runners. The difference in Arena than IFL, you got to be a complete receiver. In Arena, you just got to run routes. If you a hell of a route technician, you're going to succeed in Arena. I feel I love the IFL game a little bit better because it give me that outdoor. I get an actual strong safety, a free safety, and 2 corners, so I can I can play around with it. I just use my strong to be in the box a little bit more and rob things. So in Arena, like when I was with Ken Fontenette and them down in San Antonio.
Another Kansas City guy.
Yeah, up here too. I had to.
One of my favorite guys, Ken was pretty good, man. He was a guy that I studied. Like, yeah,
very underrated player. Very underrated player.
Until he got with LJ and them down there, and that put him on the map. So, I think learning the middle. If you can play the middle, you can play the front side or the back side.
Play anywhere.
Anywhere.
Outdoor, indoor. It just teaches you a different aspect of covering. Because arena is all about double moves. Um, you got a guy running at you full speed before the play even starts. So it gives you that aspect of understanding spacing, angles, and just quickness and quick twitch. Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that I always preach: quick twitch. You got to have that quick twitch.
And it seems like that's where you got the you almost need a smarter defensive back. You can't strictly do it on athletic ability. You've got to be able to study and.
Oh no, that middle you got to be a smart man, because you're the captain.
Oh yeah.
And it goes back to one of our other coaches, Tanner Varner. I always saw that in him. Smart guy when he was playing defensive back. Just saw the quarterback, knew where everybody was going, and would just get in front of the ball.
And he knew how to make plays, even though his team around him wasn't on the same page as him. But you could just tell a player, like, yeah, that's a good guy. Like, he's great. He understands the game. He understands football. He understands how to get to the football. And us as coaches, that these is the guys that we looking for, guys that can get to the football, guys that can make plays, guys that's willing to learn, like a lot of guys make plays, but it's like, did you make plays on this level? So that's all we looking for as a coaching staff, guys that know how to make plays, good character, and just know how to be, professional.
Discipline.
Well, discipline. I know this isn't your area, but what's your take on the jack linebacker? What's your ideal jack linebacker look like?
To me personally,
yeah,
I got three guys for you. I got Alvin Ray Jackson. I believe he led the league in picks in arena before they said the jack couldn't get out the box, so you could drop the same way you do in IFL. So he led the league, and he had 14 picks one season. Another guy was Joe Gooseby. I played with Joe Gooseby. He was one of the guys that kept me sharp, especially with film, understanding angles, and Timo from Cleveland. One of the greatest that I ever seen play, especially from the jack position. Those are three guys that I was like, man, if I have these guys at jack, I ain't got to worry about certain routes, especially like sail routes, stick routes. And those guys, they listen to their middlemen and their DBs like, hey, take away this right now because we got Reggie Gray in motion. Reggie Gray, he could get open at any moment. We got guys that don't listen to their middlemen. We don't want guys like that. But that jack position is huge for the defense.
And that's kind of where I was going with this. Is like, it seems like sometimes it gets used as a dumping ground. I need another offensive player. They can't do all that much in the jack position. Oh, no. So let's just put this guy who's athletic but isn't really built for that into there.
I mean, I feel the jack position is more of a hybrid linebacker. Mm-hmm. He needs to be able to tackle, understand run fits, as well as covering. If I don't need the drop back and I see the run and I see the tackle crash down, I know this is a run. So what I'm going to the wall or the flats for? I need you to fill this gap.
It's like the old Mike Vick spy position they used to put in for Mike Vick.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm. The same with Cam Newton and what they trying to do with Lamar Jackson as well.
Mm-hmm. And you got those mobile guys, and then in this game, I mean, the single game rushing record's held by a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have that person. You can't drop them in back where you really need them in the coverage, because almost every play is a passing play, because the second you did, if you could, now there's nobody to stop the run.
Right. Makes sense.
There we go.
So
go
ahead.
So like I said, just to piggyback off what you said, you need that extra DB that understands run fits as well. Because, in arena, we trying to cover. Mm-hmm. DBs, nobody wants to give up a touchdown. Nobody. But one thing I can say, when you play that middle, you're going to give up some touchdowns.
Yeah, short memory.
Like, short memory. We got to go back next drive, next play.
Let's get it.
You're going to give us. Yeah, you got to be like, that was on me. And you can't blame anybody for that, especially if you're supposed to be the quarterback on the defense. Mm-hmm. When I played, I always looked at myself as the quarterback on defense. I had Dan Rodaba, who I played with my whole career. Great guy, great quarterback, considered one of the best to play in our era. But I saw him throw, interceptions, fumble balls, and he'd be like, I got y'all. And I saw him go out the next 6 drives, put up 6 touchdowns, and we get 2 stops. And he'd be like, y'all give me one more stop, and we win this game. So I need a guy like that. I got you. So I'm going to get this stop. You're going to put the ball back in your hands. Y'all just go down and take care of business. That's it.
So speaking of Dan, he had one of the, I don't know a lot of people know about this, but he had one season where he gave up drinking, he gave up partying, he gave up everything just to focus on the game. And his stats were through the roof that year. Like, hands down, like, it was his best season ever. And it really, it's something that I don't know that enough, especially the younger players, realize, how much just going out and just having a good night the night before impacts. I mean, Travis Kelce's now being criticized for being at the World Series before his last game.
See, when I played, I never partied before the game. I never went out ever. I know guys, not mentioning no names, but there were certain games we'll go to certain cities. I'm not saying Dan, because I never saw Dan go out before a game ever. But it was certain guys that would go out, and I'd be like, we got a game tomorrow, and I want to win this game. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm about to take my butt to bed at 9, 10 o'clock. So I could wake up fresh in the morning. I could watch my film, refresh from the week that I just did. I'm going to watch the practice film and see the plays that I made, and then I'm going to watch them. So when I come into this game, I'm clear. My mind is thinking football instead of going to party. We could party after the game after we get the win. And
that's just it. It wasn't that Dan didn't. I definitely don't want to say he was out partying all the time, because I know he definitely wasn't. But he made a lifestyle change for that one season, just a full-on lifestyle change, and he'd never had a better year.
What season you talking about?
Oh man, it was.
Oh man, whatever season he had the better year.
It was it was the San Jose Jacksonville Arena Bowl, because we were hanging out afterwards talking about it. It was the first time he had a drink like in months.
Oh yeah, we lost the Jacksonville Conference Championship. Mm-hmm. I remember that, and I believe it was.
It was in my hometown too. They hosted the Arena Bowl in my hometown, which is the strangest thing in the world. Didn't expect that.
They had what's his name? The DB, young DB. I think it was his first year for Jacksonville. He was pretty good. He went to Florida State.
Oh, we got to pull him up and sign him. That's all I know. We got to pull him up and sign him.
Michelle Robinson?
Not Misha. He went to Florida State. Oh man, I think he went to the NFL.
Oh, that's the year they played San Jose in the championship, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just watching him last night. Mm-hmm. Who was that? It was Larache. It was Misha. It was he was the middleman. He was the middleman. He was what is his name? Golly.
I can't think right now. I'm just getting home, so a lot on my mind.
Clifford, what's his name? Go ahead.
All right, we're going to have to see. We're going to have to pull it up. So
he was a hard hitter too.
Yes, he was.
No. No, his first name Greg.
Greg something. What is it?
Ooh, what's his name? Greg. I'm about to get it. Hold on.
Greg Reed.
Greg
Reed.
Reed.
Greg Reed. I knew it was Reed. Okay.
Greg Reed.
Yeah, he had like 87 tackles too that year.
101
man,
and a half total.
Don't forget about Highland though. I liked Highland.
I like Highland too, but Greg Reed that year, man, I was like, that was 2015.
They
That
had
was one of my
Tiger.
best
They had
years.
Tiger Jones that year. Dexter Jackson.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They had Joe Hills.
Yep. Their receiving core was nice. Reggie.
Oh man,
They had Reggie Gray at one point.
Reggie Gray.
Derrick Ross.
Then Reggie went to San Jose and played them in the championship.
So I literally was covering these guys every time we.
Oh, they
played
did have
Jacksonville.
Pre-Shade. They had Pre-Shade, my boy Pre.
Appreciate Rodriguez.
Yeah, you hear me? That's Pre-Shade. That's my
That
boy.
team was stacked.
Hey, we had a quad, bro. It was 4 of us to a room. It was me, Pre-Shade, Dontrell Moore that went to Nebraska, and then Kendrick Smith. Man, that shit was the wonder years at Coffeyville.
And that I told you I was supposed to go to Coffeyville.
I told
Should've
you,
went.
it's the
But-
bill, baby.
But that was my first year playing middle. You know, like, so I had to go against these guys one game, like, and they just sending them at me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these is vets, you know. So your mental could get broken when they send all of these great receivers. That's
Ooh, they beat Philadelphia that year, 55-50.
That was the playoff game.
yes,
Yep.
yes. I remember that game like yesterday. It came down to the last play, and Greg Reed got the tip at the end of the game.
Cornelius
Fourth down.
Lewis. Ooh.
Against a 6'7" receiver, you know. Greg Reed, what, 5'8"?
London Crawford. They did.
We
Sean
had
Rackett.
here in Kansas City. We had Trufant. Back from we got him from Spokane. Hey man, I think he was like maybe 5'7", but man, I've never seen anybody hit like that. Little tiny guy, but man, he would just absolutely rock people.
But I'm telling you, Sergio
Yes.
was the man too, though.
Sergio was
a-
great.
Oh,
too.
Gilliam.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Gilliam was good. Serge came to Philly. Serge taught me the game too. You know? Another 6'6" guy that was pretty good at receiver, Larry Brackens.
Oh yeah.
Drafted from
LB. LB.
Yes,
LB.
drafted from JUCO.
Yeah, I
was
played him in Coffeyville again in a bowl game. We played.
yeah, he was
we
supposed-
played down in Scottsdale, Arizona.
supposed to go to USC. He opted out to get drafted. You know, so when you playing against guys like that, that's pretty good at, you know, receiver, and they get the chance to run at you full speed. Everybody got to understand, like, we got to come together and understand, like, we got to be great because they putting this team together. They got these guys.
So
It's just a different feeling that I want guys to understand how to hold that up, you know?
so Reed ended up in Canada, according to Repack.
Yeah, Montreal.
So yeah, Montreal.
Yep,
so
Montreal.
yeah, we got to
I
find out where he
was
is.
supposed to go to Montreal that year. I didn't go. I was scared.
Oof.
Scared of the CFL?
I didn't have my passport. It was my first time out the country, so I was like,
That's a big field, though.
you know, I was like, I
You
don't
gonna have to
know
run. You got to be really in shape to play out there, boy. They got the 2 high motion man too, though.
And then they got the guy that could go side to side as well.
Yeah.
You know, so I think the game of arena definitely transitions to the CFL like so pure. You know, like motion man, if you can cover, if you can rush. But I think the D lineman and offensive lineman is different though. I think you got to be like 2 yards off the ball in the CFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got all kinds of.
Yeah, the
honestly,
rules is
Repack's
different,
gonna
bro.
be your expert on anything comes CFL.
Hallucination. We'll have loved you, James Romain. Hey.
Hey man, I should have went, but I was, like I said, I was nervous.
Don't worry about it, man. Red Pack, you get to see him out here in Iowa Rampage this year, man. So guerrilla warfare My Gorilla fan face, man. We gonna give y'all a straight show coming straight from the jungle. We gonna push that stuff in your face.
So
let's go. Let's do it.
So we're gonna have to wrap it up here pretty soon, but no, we definitely need to get you back on here again. It's been great talking, great catching up with you. Next time we can maybe get LaRoche Jackson to join us.
Yeah, we can get Rache to join, Tanner to join.
Get him to actually
get my whole defensive staff on next time, man. You know, man, make it a what is that? Come to the quarterback party.
I like that one. Come to the quarterback party.
There we go.
You know
I like that one.
Meet me at the quarterback. That's the show. The quarterback. Meet me at the quarterback. That's who get the sack or the pick first.
So, well, again, Coach, thanks for joining us, and we'll definitely get you back on here on the next time.
Let's go, bro.
Hey, anytime. Appreciate you, fellas.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Any final words?
We coming. We hungry. Welcome to the Bluff, baby.
There we go. All right, guys, we're going to do this, next week?
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday? Let's do this.
Yes, sir.
We will be back on. Keep an eye out.
I take that back. Next Thursday.
All right.
Let's move our coaches show to every Thursday.
All right.
You know, Albany do theirs on Wednesday.
That's true. It was a little busy tonight.
Do theirs on Wednesday. Ours is going to be officially every Thursday from now on.
All right. Let's make it happen.
Yep.
All right. You heard it. We're going to be doing this next Thursday. Thank you all so much for joining. Holler at me. Most of y'all know me. Holler at me if you have any ideas, any improvements. Let me know what y'all need to see, what you want to see, what you want to know about. Give me a shout.
Get them fans to us, man. We need more fans in the Guerrilla Welfare Crew, man. Let's get these streams up, man. We trying to get this team an NIL deal.
Yep, and be sure to follow so you guys get alerts next time in case you end up missing the tweet or the Facebook post. But definitely follow us, and we will be back. Sounds like next Thursday.
Yes, sir.
All right, take care, all. We will see you again another time.